106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Welcome back to the Blues Brothers Minute. This is the show where we view and discuss that excellent film, The Blues Brothers, 2 minutes at a time. I'm your friend Tom Taylor, and I'm here with my friend Mike DeMaria.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Mike. How are you?
I'm okay.
All right. Let's find out if our other friend is okay. Dan Lewis.
Where are those Blues Brothers?
Where'd they go?
Good line
irate.
from the minutes. Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't say
a
that.
little preview from Dan. That was nice.
He didn't say where are those Blues Brothers. He said where those Blues Brothers go.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I even got that wrong.
Yeah, and he
Good
was
old
angry.
boy want Blues Brothers.
Yeah, smash.
Yes, you can sort of tell where we are in this movie. This is minutes. Hey, by the way, this is the 50th episode of the show. Check that out.
Yep.
Episode 50.
Mm-hmm.
It's a round number.
All right. Let's commemorate it.
Let's commemorate it with maybe one of our best shows. Let's just decide to do one of our best shows right now.
Sure.
Yeah,
let's follow through on that. All right. These are minutes 117 and 118. And they feature Jake and Elwood. They're backstage with the record company guy, and they arrange to have him give $1,400 to raise Music Exchange. Then they make a run for it by way of the secret compartment behind the drum kit. And then the cops and the good old boys start to wonder where they went. And finally, they are pinned down in a tunnel by a gun-toting Carrie Fisher. It's a good couple of minutes.
I don't know.
These.
Yeah,
you don't know? Really? These? You don't know?
What do you mean?
There's some fun in these.
Why is it good again?
I don't know. It's enjoyable. You got Carrie Fisher with a gun. You got
I like that.
Finally
of
about to reach their goal. They've got some money in their pocket. They've got everybody's getting paid finally. Things are coming to a head, it seems.
When I was watching it, it felt 15 minutes long. And also, it's that blues bass. I mean, that's all I heard. I don't know about Mike. Is that blues bass and that just the endless tinkling of that piano. What about you, Mike?
Yeah. In the mix, they had the bass up way high.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
Well, see, this is, they're not singing anymore. So you can't identify the song as Sweet Home Chicago. So I keep saying this, the blues or whatever version of the blues this is, seems to be indistinguishable from any other song in the genre.
I'll grant you that.
And then
But they're still doing 12 bars. They're not doing a full turnaround. Oh. But as they're crawling on the floor, you could feel that spot coming, the turnaround. So right when they get the drummer's attention, they had come to the turnaround, and instead of ba da 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 da, it just goes. There's a little bit of a break, and he goes doom 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 ba da bum bum bum, and they go right back into that.
Does he do that right before he looks back at them, and sort of gives them the little salute?
Yeah, he does. He does it right before. He does a little.
I guess to get that out of the way before he can look back behind him.
Yeah, he does a fill to reset the bars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why that's funny, but it is.
It is. It's
weird. Okay, I guess if you just turned on this minute and you didn't know anything about the Blues Brothers, you would not in a million years be able to identify this song as Sweet Home Chicago, would you?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike. You go first.
No, I was going to say no, you can't. But I wouldn't also identify this watered down groove as something that where you got 5,000 people just clapping their hands in unison and just jumping up and down. Yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to me.
The only thing that makes it slightly believable is that the clapping is out of tune or out of sync for a while. It's like out of time with the music for a while within these minutes.
Yeah.
It's like syncopated or something, which makes you think these people don't know what they're doing there. And
Sweet Home Chicago is only Sweet Home Chicago because of the lyrics. There's no other defining characteristics of it. So when you say it's not recognizable as Sweet Home Chicago, while that's technically true, it is recognizable as Sweet Home Chicago and its ilk. There is nothing to recognize.
I guess you could say that about any like extended jam of any genre of music, couldn't you? Maybe. I don't know. If you came in the middle of an extended solo of "Like a Hurricane" by Neil Young, would you go, "Oh, like a hurricane" by Neil Young?
Well, no. I think I appreciate that you're trying to get to some simple. You're trying to distill things here and get some real answers, and I appreciate
trying to get to the truth.
You're trying to
see what you're trying
music.
to do. Yeah.
But like if Take 5 by Dave Brubeck, they could go and riff on that for 25 minutes, and I'd go, that's Take 5. It's got a couple things about it that are very unique,
a couple themes.
At least fairly unique,
I actually just minutes ago, before we started recording, I was laying on the couch because I'm really tired, and my wife just had some music on, and there was a song on that I've heard probably a dozen times, but I've never just stopped and done nothing but listen to, and it was fantastic, and it sort of fits into this thing that we're talking about, Aladdin Sane by David Bowie. Mm-hmm. And that goes on and on and on for a while. They just kind of like go into this like extended instrumental thing, but you could immediately recognize it as Aladdin Sane, I would think. It's a distinct song still, even though they're just kind of like riffing for a while.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. I mean, you just painted that Norman Rockwell scene of, laying on the couch on a Tuesday night.
So sorry, I was enjoying myself.
His wife's got some music playing at Happy Home.
Yeah,
she's probably my pipe. Nice cold beer.
The kids probably upstairs doing homework or something. Right?
Yeah, it was really lovely. Yeah. Son was doing our taxes for us. It was really sweet.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that.
I'll tell you what.
But listen, the thing is, but if you, even though it's really just a kind of a blues song, what's that Allman Brothers song? That's their big song.
Sweet Melissa?
No.
But anyway, man.
No, it's the one that goes on and on. It's got the there's a man down there, might be your man. I don't know. That one?
Yeah, is that the one? Okay.
Anyway,
I believe you.
Maybe I have the wrong band. Maybe it's Leonard Skinner. No, it's Allman Brothers. Anyway,
same thing.
You would recognize. I don't care how long they jam on it. It's got something about it that makes it sound like it.
Yeah.
Sweet Home Chicago is just lyrics, placed onto a template. It's not. It doesn't have anything about it.
Again, no one's going to agree with me, but I got to say it because it's in my heart. I think that you just defined every song in the blues genre.
Oh God.
That it's just the same thing with different words on it. Sometimes there's no words on it.
You can't even play us out. You're right. They're definitely playing us out in this scene for sure.
Fucking thing sucks.
And the fucking thing does suck.
They're playing 5,000 people out here.
Yeah. I guess, Tom, we're really getting into the weeds here. I don't want to get too much, but
I know.
I'm
sorry.
When you say that's true of the blues, it's true of a kind of blues, but if there's a bunch of good stuff where that's not true about it. That's all
I know that as I'm saying it, that there must be thousands of excellent exceptions to what I'm saying.
Of
and
course,
that I just don't. I'm not well versed enough in it. So,
but the exceptions are exceptions by a factor of 1,000.
Yeah, they're exceptional.
They're
why you come to this thing.
Right.
I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what. Tom mentioned that he's tired. I am so friggin' exhausted.
You sound really zippy and peppy.
I do.
Sound like
my eyes feel like they're just two big sandbags.
What are you saying?
What are you saying? And I'm so.
You know what, Mike?
What's with you? Why are you so tired?
What?
I would have.
I'm just tired.
Here's what I would do. Huh. Here's what I do. Now stick with me here.
Let me guess. I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Have a checha. Have a checha.
Yeah. And
right?
Georgian checha.
Put on some Romanian slippers, and have a little almond milk, a little warmed up almond.
Hot chocolate with almond milk.
Hot chocolate with almond milk.
Oh, I wouldn't
skip
last.
the chocolate.
I wouldn't last. I'm telling you that right now.
It'd be like shooting you with one of those like tranquilizer darts, basically.
You're a rhino just dropping on the plains.
Oh, we talked about this, but it's just like this is the moment when you just walk past your bed and just look at it like, oh my God. Oh,
you sexy motherfucker.
What if I just tripped on something and went, oh no, and just fell in there?
It's just a it's a puffy cloud by the time you land on it.
Yeah, and you just grab a few of the
just
pillows,
drifting off into the sky.
And you
it's
grab
like a dream sequence from a movie.
And you grab and you grab a couple pillows and just wrestle with them for a few minutes until you find that right spot.
Oh yeah, until you get like the same thing as a dog does when it does the circles.
Yeah,
it's the same.
And then you just crack the window a little bit so you get a nice cool breeze on your face as you're trying to.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yep.
Just kick your feet around a little bit under the covers.
I don't. When you're a kid, you don't give a shit about sleep at all, and in fact, you don't like it, and it's annoying. But then, if I don't remember when I started enjoying sleep or how long that transition was to me loving it now.
I think it is an adult thing, or maybe teenagers. Teenagers sleep a lot, but I don't know if they love going to bed. I don't know. Like my son, he's 11, and I get him up in the morning. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to get up. I just want to. If I could just stay in bed." I'm like, "Okay, Sam, but remember this. At like 9:30 tonight, I'm going to say, Sam, look at that thing. It's your bed. It's glorious. Remember this morning when you just want to do nothing but be in that? Just do that now." I'm dragging my feet. I don't know. I got stuff to do.
Well, so he loves sleep. Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
He loves sleep, but he doesn't love going to bed. That's what
he loves it on the back end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But he's at least entered the phase of where he's enjoying some part of it.
Right.
I don't. Is that even a phase though? Like, I feel like you always have that. Nobody ever goes through life like wanting to get out of bed.
I guess the back end really is you always enjoy that. You just don't want to go to bed.
Yeah.
But
to look forward to going to bed, that's mature.
One of life's joys, or if you've been out late one night, hanging out with friends or something, and then you go to like the Golden Apple at like midnight or something, right? Sure. And you put down like a skillet or some pancakes or something.
You know it's wrong when you're doing it too. It's bad now at this age.
Yeah. Yeah, you know it's bad.
Nightmares.
You go, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing it.
I'm living in the now.
You walk out to the car and you are so tired, and you're like, oh yeah, I got to drive 4.2 miles to home, and then I gotta find parking and then crawl, But it's that feeling of, oh my God, tomorrow there's the rare time when you don't have to get up. You're like, I don't have to get up at all. Oh my God. Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that makes sleep so sweet.
I love it. Yeah, God, I love it.
And you go home and you brush your teeth, and it's just like so laborious. Like you're like, I can't even get through this, and then you finally rinse off, and you're like, oh my God, I'm done.
It's over.
There's nothing between me and the bed.
You're done. I'm punching out. I'm going home. Going to bed.
Good night, George.
And then
good night, Sam.
And then you go there, and then you just jump in, and then you grab the pillows and just wrestle them for a couple minutes till you create that little pocket in the mattress and crack the window.
Yeah. Maybe switch to the cool side, like right as you're going to sleep.
Oh my God!
Do the last second switch. You do that
like a McDLT.
Yeah, hot side.
I used to do the thing where I'd just lay flat on I'd be in that state, and I'd lay flat on my back on the bed, and I would just I would close my eyes, and I could feel the bed rocking back and forth beneath me. And in my mind, with my eyes closed, I would try to get my bed to go all the way over, and it never quite did it. Like it was just swaying like one of those like amusement park things. And I would try to make my bed flip all the way over in my mind, and it never quite happened. And then by the time, I would soon be asleep.
Oh,
it was glorious.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it's really weird, but it's fun.
Yeah.
House might have been haunted.
Yeah,
maybe.
He dreamt he was on the USS Enterprise.
Yeah,
flying. He was hurtling through space.
Yeah, we've struck some turbulence, some space turbulence. It's rocking us to sleep, Captain.
But I'll tell you, it's that magic when you don't even last like by the time once you find that magical spot, less than a minute you're asleep. You don't even remember.
Minute? I mean, not even. You're talking 10 seconds at that.
Yeah,
but it's like T minus. It's over.
Yeah, and then you fall into that just deep sleep, and you have one of those epic, like those epic dreams that is like a whole movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Lawrence of Arabia starts up.
And you wake up and you felt like you've been asleep for days, and you look down and it's literally been an hour since you laid down. And you're like, oh my God, I get to do it again.
That's I've been doing that lately routinely. I wake up like 2.5 hours before I need to get up, and I should be annoyed, but I'm like, oh, this is such a gift that I'm conscious for the fact that I'm still in bed and that I still get to sleep. Like it's almost like being conscious for being asleep. It's so nice.
Oh yeah, but it's even more magical when you have, like I said, the epic sleep, and then you realize I still have about 4.5, 5 hours left to go.
Yeah, of this dream.
That's the intermission, right?
Yeah. You wake up, it's 10 o'clock at night. You went to bed at 9. You're like, oh my God, I have like a half a day left to sleep.
This is great.
Oh, I'm going to do that tonight. I am so tired.
Do it tonight, man. Do it now.
It's going to be glorious.
It'll be funny.
I'm going to do it live.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what? Let's do it live. You get yourself situated, go get everything ready, and we'll play us out.
Yeah. Hey, Dan and I are going to do some math to make you go sleepy night, okay?
All right.
The guy, I already forget his name. What's the guy's name? The record company guy. God, we're bad at this.
Too.
I don't know.
I forgot his name.
Does he even say his name? I don't know. We'll insert it later. Anyway, the record guy. He gives him $10,000, as he mentioned last time. As we start this set of minutes, Jake is saying, "Hey, give $1,400 to Ray's Music Exchange." Did we know that number before? Did they settle on that number when they were at Ray's? I don't know.
No, it didn't. I don't believe a number came up.
Right, I don't think so either. Oh, it's the Dream Police taking Mike off to La La Land.
Yeah, there it is. Dream Police. No, it's good because we mentioned that record executive carries around an envelope with $10,000 in case somebody plays just that good as Sweet Home Chicago.
I've never heard this song before. This is fantastic. What is this Sweet Home Chicago you speak of?
It's my favorite song, but longer. That's what I wanted.
Rambling.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So they give $1,400 to the guy to give to Ray's Music Exchange. They give the rest to the band, and this confused me for a while. But Jake is actually pocketing the $5,000. He takes out the $5,000 that they need for the Penguin for the tax. So anyway, bottom line is there's $3,600 left for the band, and there's 8 guys in the band, so each guy's going to get $450.
Does that seem right?
Is that good for like the drummer of the Blues Brothers for playing 2 songs before 5,000? Okay.
Oh my God.
I have no idea. Okay. I feel better now.
$450 in 1980 is I think we figured out it's about $1,200 now.
Wow.
So imagine getting $1,200 for one night of music to just play that fucking bass line. Are you kidding me?
We've had shows. We had shows where I'd say probably the worst was when we were in Tampa playing. We used to play this place called the Stone Lounge. Was it there?
Yeah. I
don't know, but I've had some shows where because they give you a piece of the door. That's pretty much what you would get when you play.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you would get some payouts would be like $11.50, and that was for the whole band.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there was some that was like a joke, like this is all that after the bar takes their cut, and you get like a percentage of the door. And it's like, here's your $12. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of this, there's in all this math, there's nothing set aside for Mr. Sline.
Oh,
you're supposed to take a taste, but like they're taking half of it for the Penguin.
That was their opportunity.
The rest is going to Ray's Music Exchange and the band.
That was their opportunity for a sequel, wasn't it?
No, but we had this discussion because everything that's going on back there is all the advance. They're not talking.
Oh, you're exactly right. That's true.
Right.
Right. Of course, that's not the door.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're going.
So the band is going to do even better, probably.
Yeah, but never mind. Yeah, the door. Well, maybe the door go. Oh, yeah, the percentage of the door goes to Maury. Yeah. I don't know how much it is to rent out this haunted, vacant old 1920s party parlor or what.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Your money's no good here, Mr. Torrance.
What, it's $2 to get into the show, we decided?
Yeah, so it's actually people. Like the advance that they're getting from this magical record guy is exactly what they must be taking in at the door from 5,000 people.
$10,000, so you figure some overhead.
Each. Yeah.
Maury Sline maybe gets his cut. What's he get, 25% of the door?
We don't know. They never really said.
Yeah.
That drove me crazy at the time. They didn't agree on anything. He said, I want a taste of the
he said
of the gate.
Right, but what he said though is, I don't think you'll clear $1, but if you do, I want a taste of it. So he's saying after you clear, after you clear the rental, I want a taste of what you make.
Figure the rental's $1,000. I'm gonna go ahead and say $1,000.
All right.
So they clear plenty. He didn't think they would get anybody to go. Right. He didn't think they'd get anybody to go, but he didn't know that they were going to steal a big megaphone to put on top of their car from a school, and then
to say nothing of all the destruction they're about to cause.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And wait a minute. I mean, not to get ahead of ourselves, but I mean, I don't think it's spoiling anything. I don't think the Blues Brothers are in a position at the end of this movie to record with this record company guy. So are they just like wasting this $10,000 advance? Like, is he going to want that back when they can't record their album for 3 to 6 years?
1980 record advances are like MacArthur Genius grants. You just get it, no questions asked. It's for artists.
Very nice. Wow, I got to learn to play the guitar.
Yeah, you know how to play the Jew's harp.
That's true. It's my ticket.
Hey. Tom.
Yeah. Oh, does the guy, the record company guy, the nameless record company guy,
Tom?
Does he? Yeah.
Is Mike asleep?
No.
Damn it.
I thought for sure.
Oh,
the way it sounded. Nice. You're gonna listen back to this, and you're gonna hear the way it sounds, and you're gonna see what I was thinking. There, he's asleep, or he's I don't know. He's doing maybe he's bench pressing right now or something. Anyway, go ahead.
I was actually looking up. I actually did a search for why is sleep so magical. So that's why I zoned out.
We should get back to that because I think there's more to say there. But Tom,
let's finish up the thought.
I cut Tom off because I thought that you went to La La Land. So go ahead, Tom. Make your point.
I'm wondering. This is a very small thing. This is only the sort of thing you would talk about on a podcast where you're talking about a movie minute by minute.
Oh boy!
But the record company guy, they say, see ya, and they take off, and they both kind of like raise their hand in a wave, and the guy raises his hand and looks kind of confused when they leave, and I'm wondering if he was going for a high five, if he was waiting for them to high five him, but then they just take off. God, I wish I hadn't said anything. That sounds so lame.
Oh, he does. It's funny. It's casual the way he puts his hand up. Okay, so what happens is they go.
Yeah.
They high five. Like you said.
They high five each other?
They high. Well, don't.
I think they're both just waving, and their hands are right there. They're kind of like raising their hand to him.
I had thought. Oh, that's right. It looks like they're about to, but then the way he responds does look like a wave. But then he gives this, but it lingers in a way where I do think they're making a little high five joke there.
Yeah, because he kind of looks up like
And it does appear to be like an accident. It's as though they filmed it and went, let's do the one where he thought he was supposed to high five.
John Landis took the guy aside and said, okay, they're going to high five you at the end of this take, okay?
Yeah.
And then he goes to Jake and Elwood, okay, don't high five them, just leave them hanging.
Yeah, classic.
That's how I trick my actors into genius performances.
Well, the reason I say that is because the physical part of that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And everything else about this guy screams non-actor. Like just, he's awful.
Yeah. Maybe it's good because it's like the one natural thing that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
So he couldn't help but be
he's
good
Matt
at
Guitar Murphy level acting right here.
They're all pretty bad.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry, you're going to say
Matt.
something.
No.
You discover the magic? Oh, okay.
No, Dan said that he thinks we should return to this because there's more to be said, and I agree.
About the sleep thing.
Yeah.
I agree, too.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just say it's always been a little bit of a disappointment to me that you're not allowed to enjoy sleep. I think we may have maybe talked about this very long time ago in Caddyshack Minute, but it bears repeating. There are sort of transitional periods where you can enjoy it. You wake up, you realize you don't have to be up that day, you go back, and then as you're going back, you're kind of you're relishing it in a fading way, but you can't really truly enjoy it like you would enjoy, say, an ecstasy trip or something. There's no living in it.
Or a sandwich. Yeah.
Or a sandwich.
That is true. I've thought about that often. I mean, I relish the relishing it of like the falling asleep again and realizing you don't have to get up yet. But that's not the same as like being, I'm asleep. This is so nice to be asleep. I'm recharging. I'm resting.
God, is this restful? My heart rate is slowed down. I'm all cozy. I don't even need to move. There's literally zero energy. Things in my body are healing right now.
I'm glowing slightly. There's a slow ebbing light coming from beneath my eyelids. Just like a slow pulsing. Yeah. I'm recharging. This is beautiful.
And somebody put my hand in a bowl of warm water, but I can't do anything about it now, being asleep and all.
Yeah. I'm just going to pee and not worry about it until later.
I don't care.
After this beautiful sleep is over.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody else's problem. And that somebody else is me in the future.
Yeah, but not now. You know what else is another good move? Another good move is when you wake up early. You're like, rats, this sucks. And you it's a little chilly out, so because it's winter time. You go and you take your shower. You go and you take your shower and you look at the clock and say, you know what, I'm still a little early.
Oh,
wow. I'm gonna go out there, still a little dripping wet, so I'm gonna be cold. And I'm gonna run and I'm gonna be because I'm cold. I just took a shower, I'm still a little chilly. Yeah. Then I'm going to run and bolt into my bed and throw the covers over me and warm myself up in the bed.
Ooh.
See what I'm getting at? And you're like, 10 minutes of this, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Good.
Wow. That sounds really nice.
And you could just collapse and go right back and just say, you know what? Or here's another one more, and then I'll give the floor back.
Yeah.
Wake up. You wake up in the morning like at 5:30 or 6, getting ready, got to go to work. And you're laying there, you're like, oh my God. I could go back to sleep and just say, screw it. And you say, you know what? I'm emailing in sick. Screw it.
God damn it!
And you go ahead and you do it.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Yeah.
No, I rarely do that. But when I do,
I don't mean that. Honestly, Mike, I realize how that sounded just now.
Yeah, it sounded bitchy.
I don't even mean that. Like, I don't do it because I'm too hard working. I'm saying I'm not smart enough to like you occasionally do that. A person should do that.
To realize that's
an option. I don't do it occasionally. I have the ability to work from home Thursday. And I won't do it. It's just like because I feel horrible. Then I'm like, oh, maybe I should just go in. What if I don't go? But no, I really want to stay here.
Think of how trained we are. Like we're like a bunch of jackasses. Yeah. A bunch of sheep just completely trained to think this way. Fuck that.
Wait, I'm not sick. Why am I home? This is wrong.
Yeah.
What have I done?
It's for your own good and for your own health, and yet we don't give that any credence. We have to talk about it like but granted, this is related to what sort of you've tried to build up a sense of work ethic, so it's sort of tied to that, and that's good. I'm not saying that's bad, but there's this weird thing where we decide like, I should be doing this. It's almost like a moral. There's been some sort of moral failing.
It's the way it goes. That's how things work. Is you get up and you go to work. Yeah,
I guess so.
My son was pulling that on me 2 days ago. He's like, he had like a busy weekend, didn't get enough sleep. He's like, badly doesn't want to go to school on Monday morning. I'm like, Sam, every Monday morning is like this. You're always going to be exhausted. Isn't my health? You're saying that my health isn't as important as going to school and taking tests and stuff. And I'm like, no, you got me, Sam. I guess I'm just telling you to go to school because you have to go to school. Yeah, like, what if you didn't go to school? That would just be weird.
Yeah.
Well, can I? Yeah. Well, I could give you something to tell them. You could say, overall, your health is more important. But unfortunately, the line has to be drawn arbitrarily between how much rest you get and how much you sort of suck it up and just get through it. And if I don't train you to do the first part now, you'll never be right.
Right.
If I don't train you to overcome feeling tired, then you're going to go off and it's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Well, you have that. You have the majority of the time you just need to overcome being tired.
Yeah.
But then it's like the way I'm feeling today, where it's just like there's no way to overcome this.
Right. This is your condition now.
It's just, I just got to F and go to bed.
I do like that feeling though.
If you can go to bed, it's a great feeling. But if you can't go to bed, it's a nightmare. You're like, oh my God,
then
everything's molasses. And I'm just,
you will be able to go at some point, and that's going to feel very good.
No, and I'll tell you. No,
what's the minimum number of hours of sleep that you still look for? You're like, this is going to be great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think anything
3
less
hours
than
of sleep, you know it's going to suck. You don't even really enjoy, if you're anything like me, you don't even enjoy going to sleep, knowing that you're going to blink your eyes and go, oh, God, I got to get up, right?
Yeah.
What's the one that you're laying down and you're going, this is going to be great? What's the minimum hours for you? Go.
I want to say like 6 hours or something.
Yeah, 6.
I usually get about 7 or 7.5 or something if I'm smart. And
I
anything less than that, I'm just kind of like, oh, this isn't going to work. What's the point?
I'm going to go, no, I think you'd be right, but I think I kind of do it for 5-ish now. But 6 is about right.
Yeah.
I got about 5 hours of sleep last night, and I was really tired all day.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not asking you to. We're friends. Why do we have to argue?
Can we talk about, here's another thing to talk about, raised by Mike tangentially in the same discussion. The other day I was talking to my girlfriend, and we noticed that even though the house is the same temperature as it always is, the thermostat says 70, right? But you know that you can feel it in your feet and everything. You can tell that it's winter. If you dropped me at any random time and had me come out of the shower into a 70-degree house and get dressed, I'd be able to say, it's winter right now. I don't know how. Is this?
I think part of that is probably the 70 degrees that comes from just being outside is a lot different from the 70 degrees that you get from like the heating of a house. So if that 70 degrees is on inside, your body sort of says, oh, this is one of those times where you have the heat cranked. That means it's winter.
Yeah, so it's a different kind of heat is what you're saying. It's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat.
It's a dry, latent heat.
I see what you're saying. Well, anyway, that was a side thing. But
okay, I liked it.
I have I don't know how much of a system you have, but I have a system for staying warm in that transition from the shower to getting dressed.
Wow, I don't have that at all.
A very complex system.
And how's that? What is it?
I don't know.
Getting dressed.
No, I just mean like from during the shower and getting out. So like basically, I hang the towel over the shower rod, the curtain rod or whatever. Conditions. That's ready to go. Okay. Yeah. And then I have the curtain very carefully, air sealed. I do that. I get it really warm. Then I put the water on as hot as my body can physically handle. Hot water burn, baby. Yeah. And I stand underneath it. I jump out and I immediately go, and then I have a systematic way of drying off where I make sure that nothing is all the way hot, like nuclear hot. Meanwhile, keep in mind, the hot water's still on. I'm just next to it drying off. And as it's over your back, then you drying off, get the armpits, get the back. So there's you've created a maximized steam thing, and then you dry off the back, dry off everything, immediately into the slippers and then out and the robe. The rest of you is dry, so that you've minimized the amount of cold exposure.
That's nice.
Sounds like you got it all figured out. That's very boring, but that is I did the other day. I realized that I had this complex system that I've developed without thinking about it, but it's very ritualized for me.
Yeah. I like it. You found what works for you. That's beautiful.
Okay. Just cut it out later. Doesn't matter.
I'll cut out every other sentence.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, it's nice to take a little nap in your car too. That's another one.
Sure. While you're driving, just at the light or something. I don't know how Carrie Fisher finds those guys down in that tunnel, like how she knows that they're there and knows to cut them off there, but I don't mind because it's good to see Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
I guess she did. Well, yeah, she knows to be at the Palace Hotel, but, you know, how does she cut off
How would she know
escape?
to be down there? Yeah.
She's looking charming. It's sad that Carrie Fisher has passed away.
You guys keep saying that. I just don't get it.
What? That she's cute, that she's attractive, that she's charming? You're not seeing it?
Get it? No.
All right. To each his own. You're more of a Lonnie Anderson
I'm
person.
Surprised by that. She's very attractive.
Yeah, what's not to like?
I agree.
Those big eyes, those big brown eyes, long 70s hair. It's the whole package. She's a space princess.
You know what? She's nowhere near. She's nowhere near the big long pillow that I have on my bed.
You've only got eyes for that pillow. I understand.
Yeah, one of those half. It's like one of those half body pillows. It's longer than a normal pillow, but not as long as a body pillow. See what I'm saying?
Do you have a name for it? Did you name the pillow? Be honest.
No, you just wrap your
Go
arms.
put on that dress I like. Yeah.
Go put on that pillowcase I enjoy. No, you grab it you wrap your arms around it at the top, the very top.
Sure.
You pull that close to your body, and you wrap your legs around the bottom of it. And you're like,
oh,
wow.
And it's like the perfect side. It's the perfect position to just fall right asleep to.
And your head can go on it at the same time. I understand.
Yes. No, it can. No, I have my head on another pillow. I just grab onto it and choke it out. Yeah.
You got to ride that pillow through dreamland.
You can ride it right down.
I'm imagining you grasping a pillow like a koala bear right now, and it's a disturbing image that I've got.
Yeah.
With a little nightcap on, and
yeah.
What a real death. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Sleep feathers rising and falling in front of your face.
And it was
that's beautiful.
Like I think about God creating, and taking a rest and, seeing that it was good.
Yeah.
They said, okay, I've created man. I've created all the animals and beasts that'll crawl and fly and do everything. And the greatest gift I'm going to give them all is once a day, they're going to have to lay down and go to sleep and recharge their bodies.
They're going to love it. Except for I'm going to make life a little bit. I'm annoyed with him with this because he's like, I'm going to make life a little bit too demanding so that you need 7 hours but can only carve out 5.
Right.
Right. You get to sleep, but you have to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's a bad trade-off.
That's a really good question. Would you give up sleep if you could go through life without having to sleep and you would have all that extra time? Would you give that up, or you just love sleep so much that you would just
absolutely I would. Mike wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't.
Would not give it up?
No, I like it.
But you only enjoy it because you have to have it.
Yeah, like I guess if you didn't, well, I don't know. Can't you be wide awake and not tired at all and not looking forward to bed, but still like the idea of going to bed or just laying down on the couch or something?
But there's another great example of it. If you could give up eating because you didn't have to do it, would you do it?
I might. I thought of that too.
But all that does is lead you to the same question, which is, do you like food because you have to have it, or do you like it? It's not.
It is a little different because I feel like you would definitely. I mean, obviously, tons of people eat when they're not hungry. Like that's just because they've got other reasons to eat, or they just like the food or whatever.
That's an easy answer then. Is I would just keep the eating.
Right.
I guess
because I
one of life's great pleasures.
Well, I would give up having to eat. I would not have to eat, but I would eat for enjoyment.
Oh.
And I would have the transporter thing implanted in my throat so that when I swallowed, the food would be teleported away from my body. So I get the full effect of eating, but it's not
a disposal facility.
It's not affecting my body.
And then, but I'll tell you right now, because I eat because I have to, right? But it's not, I don't eat because I have to live. I eat because I just have to friggin' eat it.
It's the same thing. What's the distinction there?
No, because if I don't eat it, I'm still going to survive. But I'm just looking at that hamburger you know what? There's just no way I'm not going to eat that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
see what I'm saying.
Well, I wouldn't want to give that up. I mean, that's nice.
I must have that.
Yeah, that's like, I can't argue with you there.
I feel like if I didn't have to sleep, though, I could probably go months and months and months without being like, oh, I'm going to lay down, close my eyes, curl up.
But isn't that just really also your time just to not think about things? If you didn't have sleep, you'd be on high alert all the time.
Not necessarily. You might do some yoga type thing. You might meditate or something. Carve out some time for.
Can I still do the ASMR, type of stuff?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I do have a thing there where it's some reasonable facsimile of enjoying sleep, where I can get into an almost trance-like sort of. I mean, I'm definitely on my way to sleeping, but it can last for long periods of time, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You ever you lay in bed and you start thinking about stuff. You're just thinking about your day or imagining stuff, and then there's a certain point where you're still conscious. You're conscious enough to realize, oh, my thoughts aren't making any sense. That means I'm about to fall asleep.
You're like, I guess I'm going to sleep.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. No, now that's great. That moment.
That is great.
Imagine bottling that and selling it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a pill you just take.
The greatest feeling in the world. I wonder if I could ever do that while eating a perfect hamburger.
Oh, wow.
It would be like the perfect experience.
Yeah. That's nice.
I mean, I won't even bring sex into it.
Yeah.
I won't even bring it into it.
Like they did
That's
on Seinfeld.
the perfect experience.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then you could, and I would say even like you take just a big, huge sleep, a big nap, and then you, for some reason, you videotaped yourself, and then you can watch yourself. Like, look, I'm laying there right now.
Look at that guy.
Gosh,
look at that.
That's not a bad idea.
Like the next day, you're just watching it and saying, "Oh my God, look how relaxed I am, and look how I'm sleeping right now." Look at
Mike,
that.
I think you might be onto something there, man.
I think I might. It's like an ASMR type thing, like it's a relaxation.
Yeah, because I noticed like when I listened to, and I mentioned this in something around maybe the 40s something ish episode of Caddyshack Minute, which is she starts reading his palm. Whenever people whenever I watch somebody like having their palm read or they're being relaxed, I get this like relaxation by association from it sometimes. If I watch myself like really getting rest, I might get something out of that.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're laying there sleeping and with the video camera on, and then all of a sudden you see all these little demons and ghosts that come up to you and start messing with you.
That's a good horror movie idea right there. Someone decides to tape themselves for like sleep research purposes.
Yeah.
And
then they go and watch it, and there's some of that what is that? The Ring happening on there.
Yeah.
Oh. Some of that, some spiritual tomfoolery is going on in your room while you're trying to sleep.
Right. A little gnome comes in and doesn't do anything harmful, just observes you and carefully looks at different parts of your leg and
right.
Yeah. Writes his name on the bottom of your foot where you'll never see it.
Moves your car keys.
Yeah.
Where'd those car keys go?
Yeah. Comes over and spits in the glass of water you have on the nightstand.
Oh God! Now that's a horror movie.
Yeah.
Now it's over. Now I'll never go to sleep.
Just messes with you a little bit. A little garden gnome pointed at.
Yeah.
We should have talked about the Blues Brothers this whole time. Now I feel bad. We ruined sleep.
There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on.
Nothing happening.
Nothing.
I like this part. She shoots the gun at him, and they're down in the mud, and it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us what's last chance before we do. Let us know what's good about it. Go.
It's a nice fuck it, I don't know. She shows up, she fires at them, they collapse in the mud, and Elwood's like, "Who is that girl?" And I forget. In this, does she start to she starts to go into why she's shooting at them, why she's been stalking Jake this whole time, and he left her at the altar. There's a whole Megillah. I think there's more of that next time though. Yeah. I don't know. It's enjoyable. It's also they've left the theater. It's almost like the movie is over, and now we're getting to the good part of the movie. Like they're gonna get in the car and they're gonna drive soon, and that's where all the fun starts.
Yeah,
right.
The mayhem.
Get off me.
All right, you're excited.
Get off fat. Get off fat.
Get off
fat. Let's do some trivia, for God's sake.
Oh,
get out of here. Hey, I have a trivia question that I made up.
How about some sleep trivia?
Oh, God.
Let's have that.
Do that
you got
first.
Something ready to go, Mike?
No, but first, do the questions you have first.
I have one question. I mean, if we can, just one good trivia question that occurred to me from a movie that I love. Yeah. What is the number on the back of the Cutters T-shirts in the Little 500 in Breaking Away?
It's my trivia question. For?
I don't care. I'm just asking. It's a movie trivia question that I just made up. It's a good one, though. It's solid. The answer's 36. Look it up. Look it up.
The record for the longest period without sleep is 11 days.
Really?
Yeah, can you imagine that kind of torture?
That's I think some bad things would happen to you for sure. And I don't even know if I believe that. What's the source of this? I don't know if I believe that.
The term nightmare originally described not only a bad dream, but also the supernatural being that brought it. To which of the following did the Middle English word nightmare refer? A banshee, a male incubus, a poltergeist, or a female goblin?
That's a male incubus.
They're all pretty bad.
They're all pretty bad.
They're all pretty bad.
The correct answer is McIntyre Murphy. Nightmares were originally identified as the female demon or goblin that brought them.
Oh, mare.
Of course it's female.
Should have known.
Yeah, see?
Damn it.
Can you imagine if all that shit's true? And there's just this...
That'd be awful. That's what we're talking about. Like, she just shows up and wipes her nose on your foot and stuff while you're...
I better finish all the ice cream in the fridge before they get here.
Before she puts eyeballs in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, you had some trivia questions, didn't you, Dan? You said you had some.
No, I mean, I've always got them. I mean, just a matter of, if the listeners, they want to hear it. But
they do.
Tom liked the entertainment questions. So
I always like the entertainment questions.
This is an entertainment-related show, and because it is widely regarded as the most difficult of all the Genus 1 categories.
Is that true? That can't be true.
Oh, easily.
That entertainment is the hardest?
It's a lot of 1950s and 60s television, old movies.
Guess so.
People don't, from our age group, don't know about that stuff,
Let's put that to the test right now.
Well, because Tom was so good at it before, though, it was kind of freakish and a little bit.
I knew Lamont
Cranston. But here we go.
Yeah,
Let's do three. It's a par three. Let's do 3 entertainment questions chosen at random.
All right.
Yes.
The Douglases.
Who played Father O'Malley in the 1944 film Going My Way?
God damn it. I have no idea. You're proving your point. I will say Danny Kaye.
Probably an Irish.
Jack.
Good guess.
Jack.
The Irish name.
I would say Jack Klugman.
Thomas Mitchell.
Klugman. Never a bad idea to go with the Klugger and just see if it works. No, it turns out it's Bing Crosby.
Oh, God.
Oh. Ba-ba-ba-boo. Yeah, he's a punk.
What singer has been married to Debbie Reynolds, Elizabeth Taylor, and Connie Stevens?
Eddie Fisher.
Yep, Eddie Fisher.
Funny that this should come up.
Yeah, because that's funny. What's her name's father.
Father of Carrie Fisher. She's got a gun. She's shooting at Jake and Elwood.
Carrie Fisher and
Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie Reynolds, that's right.
Right.
Okay.
They died one day apart.
They did.
Oh, they did? Who did?
No, Debbie Reynolds died
Debbie Reynolds
one day.
And Carrie Fisher.
The very next day, Carrie Fisher died.
Oh, that's right.
I thought it was the other way around.
That's
I thought Carrie Fisher died and then the mom died.
Oh yeah, that might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like 25 years before first? That, John Belushi died.
I think Carrie Fisher died first, and then her mom.
She did.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than having to watch your own kid die, and then also you're gonna die within a day.
Yeah.
Okay. What film did Art Carney win the 1974 Best Actor Oscar for? I know Tom's gonna know this one.
The Star Wars Holiday Special. No, the Harry and Tonto.
Harry and Tonto.
I've never seen it, but I should.
When we come back, we'll get the latest on the Art Carney situation. Art Carney.
Art Carney.
What do you want to work out? What do you want? What do you need to work out or something?
Want a gym?
Who do you own a gym?
You want a gym?
What do you fucking need to work out or something? No, go ahead.
Oh, fuck you. Owning a gym.
I'm still headlining. It's what I do.
It's what I do. What the fuck is it with this guy?
Now go ahead. The Art Carney situation.
And then he throws it. When we come back, more on the Art Carney situation.
Fighting the frisbees.
Could that possibly be?
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Is he holding up a bank?
Here's the update. Art Carney's still alive.
Yeah.
Art Carney's still doing some kind of, folksy vaudevillian routine.
Art Carney's to hold up the bank.
Yeah, I think he's got a hostage.
Yeah, and he told everybody he's a fucking star.
I'm a fucking star!
I'm a star. I'm a fucking star. I'm so fucking tired.
Was that our 3 questions? Our 3 entertainments?
That was it, yeah.
That was trivia.
Right.
There you go.
That was it.
That's how you reset the show and bring us out of trivia mode.
Cut the music, Jimmy.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. God bless you. All right. We should get out of here. Mike's got to go to sleep. We should all go to sleep. We've ascertained that it's a good thing to do. We're all going to wake up with a demon's name written on our foot in our own blood, but we don't know that.
Let's
the sleep gnome.
Mike, are you sitting up right now or are you laying down, Mike? What are you doing?
I'm laying flat.
Okay. Can we just leave it for just a second? Take like 5 really deep breaths and you might fall asleep.
No, because
I think the
gotta
Andy Dice
go.
Clay stuff re-jazzed him a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up. And you know what? And these are the nights that you end up, you're so tired, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to bed, and then you end up staying up till 2 a.m. because you can't fall asleep.
All right, listen, you guys. Right. Let's thank our patrons and get out of here. Our patrons who support us over at patreon.com/ditchdiggers. They're the salt of the earth. They keep the lights on. They make the show possible. Those are the people named Mark Mavora, Captain America, Snoke Porterhouse, Pork Snorterhouse, Matt Carson, Scott Bishop, Private Pile, Bill Turner.
Not that mother scratcher.
Thank you all. You're beautiful. You make this all worth it. They're all pretty bad.
Yeah. They're all pretty bad.
I hear my son coming down the stairs to say goodnight to me, so I'm going to go now.
Here we go.
Come on.
Have a beautiful night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Drive safely. Bye-bye.
Owning a gym.
Hey, you scratched my ankle!